Welcome to Paris, the capital city of the French Republic. Here you'll find buildings that are cute, acute, and of ill repute.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
This is the world-famous Musée du Louvre, or the Louvre to you and I. This is the world's largest art museum.
Even statues take selfies now.
Paintings and sculptures that are centuries old, representing the best from the Greeks, Romans, and Egyptians, and everyone in between. Mona Lisa, La Vénus de Milo, and the guy from Van Halen, apparently. There is even fun outside the museum too. Next stop was the Musée de l'Armée, or Army Museum. Apart from the artwork, there are tributes to France's storied military history, including a certain well-known former emperor. But a few paintings and a statue just won't do. This is the Église du Dôme. And inside you'll find what is called the Tombeau de Napoléon. He was the Emperor of France from 1804 until 1814, and again briefly in 1815. There lie his remains. And these are the Army Museum's gardens. I don't know who this guy is, but there are statues all over Paris. Marie-Émile Fayolle, Sébastien le Prestre de Vauban, Louis XIII, and Fontaine Saint-Michel. Not to mention the beautiful and historic buildings, like the Hôtel de Ville, where the mayor's offices are, Institut de France, Grand Palais, Petit Palais, Conciergerie, National Assembly, Conseil d'État, Palais de Justice, Hôtel-Dieu, Panthéon, Paris du 19e arrondissement Town Hall, and the extraordinary Pompidou Center. From there we were on a bus, but not to simply cruise through Paris. We were purposefully making our way down the famed Champs-Élysées to find the Arc de Triomphe. We climbed the stairs to the very top too, just to enjoy the panoramic view of the city. It was getting late and the bus service had ended, but no problem, we got back to the hotel via the metro. Next up, we were off to see the famous Notre Dame Cathedral. She was damaged in a fire recently, but it was still special to see this grand old lady. Paris is full of beautiful old churches like Sainte-Chapelle, Église Saint-Gervais, Église Saint-Leu-Saint-Gilles, Paroisse Saint-Paul Saint-Louis, and of course the magnificent Sacré-Cœur. Paris was turning out to be a fabulous destination, and we were loving it. The various views of and from the river Seine were just as stunning. But there was one thing we went in search of that we could not find.
So we're here in Paris, looking to avoid the gilets jaunes because of violence and intimidation. But as you can see here behind us, it looks as if the gilets jaunes have teamed up with the orange jaune and they play football now.
If you can't protest, then you may as well just dance, hey? We took a couple of day trips outside of Paris too. First stop was the Palace of Versailles. As a history buff, I particularly enjoyed this. Especially the Hall of Mirrors. There is great artwork as well. Opulence everywhere. Even the gardens are perfectly manicured. And Louis XIV forever remembered. The town of Versailles is a gem too. The Cathédrale Saint-Louis and Hôtel de Ville are among the highlights. This was not to be our only day trip.
So we left this morning in Paris to head on to Fontainebleau, but as it turns out, Google Maps has let us down quite badly, and we stopped at a train station roughly an hour away from Fontainebleau. So we've decided to make the walk through this beautiful forest. Mrs. Stemmet is panicking, and I can understand why. I mean, if you have a look, there is a bit of a Blair Witch Project feel about the place, but I'm feeling confident that we'll arrive safely.
It all worked out in the end as we eventually found the Château de Fontainebleau. The old kings of France, as well as Napoleon, would have spent considerable time there. Given the smaller number of tourists here, I actually found it a more enjoyable experience than Versailles. Next up was something very special. We were at Roland Garros. It was our first ever Grand Slam tennis experience. My favorite Grand Slam, and Ntando's favorite player. On the Suzanne Longlong court. Roger Federer was playing well, but Stan Wawrinka was not going down without a fight. And then the rain came down to add to the drama. Thankfully, it was only a brief delay, and the players were soon back on the court. And Federer completed a 4-set victory in just over 3.5 hours. What a privilege to have been there. Before it was time to bid Paris adieu, we went monument chasing. We managed to see the Place de la Bastille, where the old prison once stood, the obelisk of Luxor, at Place de la Concorde, and the Grande Arche de la Défense in a very modern business district. We also took in the peace and serenity of the Jardin du Palais Royal, the Parc des Buttes-Chaumont, and Jardin des Plantes. Excuse my French. And that concluded one of the most enjoyable holidays yet. Merci et au revoir, Paris.